Today on Go, 3 Vixens, 2 bite marks, and 1 Dracula. We are at the Walterdale Playhouse. Blood, I think I'm teasing. Welcome to the show. Whew, those are fun in your mouth. We are at the Walterdale Playhouse for their production, Dracula. This is Bram Stoker's version, and who doesn't love vampires? They dress stylish, they're sexy, and they seduce beautiful women. And we are going to meet Dracula. We're keeping him a secret, so make sure you stay tuned throughout the show. We're going to meet some of the cast members, people who work in set design and special effects, and Dracula himself. Plus, the director, Daryl. So stay tuned for all of that. But right now, Tim Dancy takes us over to Brian Webb's studio for a new dance collaboration. Excellent. Thanks for that, Tim. Okay, so one more look at the gorgeous poster. And again, we have the director now, Daryl Ports, who's going to step in from the sidelines, directing Bram Stoker's Dracula here at the Walterdale Playhouse. You only have a few more days to get ready before opening night. So what are you doing in this rush period?
Right now, we're trying to get all of the actors used to being in costume, in makeup, using all of their props. So we have 2 dress rehearsals left this week. Next week, we have 2 preview shows, which are essentially dress rehearsals with some audience members. And then Wednesday, we open. We open live to the public.
And that is October 16th, if you're wondering. And we're going to see some of your props today. We're going to talk to some of your cast members. Very exciting because it seems like the cast and the whole feel, the energy is quite young inside. I don't get a sense that people are sticking to the novel's older vibe, if that makes sense.
That's right. We have a bit of a younger cast, and with that comes a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of energy. Some of our actors will look a lot older once they're on stage in makeup, but generally we have a pretty young, vibrant cast.
We have a silicone face mask thing for Dracula. We're going to show you some of it, but not reveal the full thing later in the show. Talk a little bit about what goes into the work for collecting these pieces, the prop pieces, the people who volunteer their time for a production like this one.
Right. Well, we actually started our production about almost a year ago, putting together a production team. What goes on behind the scenes is as important as how the actors do on stage. So putting together people who can design our set and put together our lighting design and sound design, all of those elements together work really well with the fantastic talent that our actors have on stage. So about a year's worth of pre-production.
Wow, that's a long time. And Bram Stoker's novel, we're not talking about the Francis Ford Coppola movie. How did you stay true to the book, and what maybe did you sway a little ways away from?
Well, the script that we're using is written by Stephen Dietz, and he very much keeps to exactly what the original intent of Bram Stoker's Dracula was. Our Dracula is not necessarily the bloodthirsty killer, evil character that you might see on TV nowadays. We have him as more of a seducer, shall we say.
Old romantic?
Yeah, I guess we could say very old romantic.
Old romantic. Okay, wonderful. Daryl, thanks so much for your time.
My pleasure.
Stick around. We're heading back inside right after this. Welcome back. You're just in time to help us fluff our facial hair. If you're just tuning in now, we're at the Walterdale Playhouse, and we have a couple of our cast members getting ready. Attendant number 1 and attendant number 2, Renfield's attendants at the asylum. Not too often that you see a guy putting on eyeliner. And if you're just tuning in now, that's what we're talking about. Renfield should ring a bell. Dracula, Bram Stoker's Dracula. The production starts October 16th, goes to the 26th here at the Walterdale Playhouse, and we're going to meet one of the cast members, one of the main cast members, who's getting ready. We're going to reveal her in just a moment, talk to her. She plays the character Mina. But right now, Jen McDonald introduces us to one of our local print artists. Excellent. Thanks for that, Jen. Okay, so we have Mina, or Louise, or is it Mina? The actress Louise, the character Mina, one of our star characters for Dracula. And how's that wig feel?
Pretty secure at the moment. We'll see how she goes by the end of the run. It definitely takes a lot of maintenance to keep it on with all the action, but not too bad.
So Mina, she's one of the star characters, as I just said. Dracula's chasing her throughout the movie. She is in love with at least her fiance, and then there's kind of this mishmash between Dracula fiance.
Yes.
Tell us, how do you choose?
He's a very persuasive fellow, that Dracula. Mina's definitely very, very connected to her fiance. It's one of the big love stories within the piece, but Dracula definitely has his ways. He's a very persistent fellow, and he's got his eyes on Mina. That's the ultimate prize.
He does, and we are going to meet Dracula, so stay tuned. You want to find out who this character is played by. Louise, Mina, what's your favorite part about playing this iconic character?
It's been a great experience trying to navigate the blend of purity and desire and the loss of innocence, and getting to kind of follow that journey from the beginning of the end. It's been a great experience.
And like we talked, Dracula, he is the ultimate seducer of women. So what does he do to try to wrangle you in?
You know, I think he tries to play it cool. That's his biggest thing, is he never wants to show you how much effort he's putting into anything. It's always, he keeps it cool. He keeps it really calm and contained, and he's got the cool factor.
A little bit of smoke and mirrors, maybe?
Definitely.
Not showing up in the mirrors?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's definitely one of his tricks.
Wonderful. Thanks so much, Mina/Louise. Okay, if you want to find out who Dracula is, stay tuned. We'll be right back on Go. A black, fat, red-eyed rat. One of the many props here at Bram Stoker's Dracula. We are again at the Walterdale Playhouse, and the production runs October 16th to the 26th, and so many cool items that they get to use as far as set design goes, special effects. We have a sparrow, a violin, and Dracula just dropped off a bottle of red wine for me and you. Before we dive into this, and before we talk to Kat Evans, who deals with all of these items on a day-to-day basis, it's over to Jordan at the U of A. Thanks for that, Jordan. I am now sitting in Renfield's Throne, one of the many props for the production. And over here we have Kat Evans, who is with our set design crew, our props crew, and special effects. Yes. And you have a number of big wow factors with this production.
We do.
What are some of your favorites?
Well, without giving too much away,
which we don't want to do.
Yeah. We've actually had a lot of challenges on this show, trying to take the world of Bram Stoker and bring it into something that you can present to an audience and reproduce night after night. Mm-hmm. So we all have our favorites. I mean, there's a lot of blood in the show, which is excellent.
You have Dracula. You need blood.
I mean, the vampires. I mean, come on. We have a lot of fun things. Some fun little things that most of the audience might not notice. We actually have some cameos.
Okay.
We have Lucy. For those who are familiar with the story, Lucy has 3 suitors that she's sort of in love with all 3 of them, and so we meet Dr. Seward in the show, but she has 2 that we don't actually meet in the show, and they're Quincy the Texan, and there's a judge, and those are actually represented with their little pictures here. So we have Seward, we have Quincy the Texan, who is actually my husband, who is the co-set props and special effects designer, John. So there's his little cameo. And we have our judge, who's also our lovely director, Daryl Ports. So
nice touches.
Fun little touches. So,
okay, and this looks like it would be used to restrict someone. Mm-hmm. What's going on with this thing?
There might be some blood transfusion in the show. I'm not going to say too much, but there might be, some stuff like that.
That sounds dangerously exciting.
Yes, it's all very dangerously exciting.
All right. Yeah. Well, thanks so much, Kat, for taking a moment to talk about props with us. We'll have more from the set right after this. Welcome back. If you're just tuning in now, we're at the Walterdale Playhouse getting you excited for Bram Stoker's Dracula, and there's 15 minutes to the dress rehearsal. And finally, we have Steve here, who is our Dracula. Very exciting. And I hear that this is your first time doing a stage character.
First time I'm doing theater. I've done for the last 6-7 years. I got my teeth in, by the way. They made me
yes,
leave my
let's
teeth
reveal those. Let's see those things.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've done a fair amount of film and some TV over the last 7 years.
Okay. In Edmonton or where?
Mostly some in LA, some actually in Mexico as well.
Okay.
And mostly in Vancouver.
Wonderful.
Yeah, some here as well. So I've been lucky. Yeah, I did a little bit of traveling when I did that. And yeah, this is my first theater gig, so it's fun. It's a big learning process. It's a lot of work. I think film is more like a sprint and theater is more like a marathon. So they both got their challenges. So.
Well, you guys started in July doing dress rehearsals?
It seems like yesterday. Yeah.
Not dress rehearsals, but rehearsals.
Yeah, we started in July. It seems like it's I can't believe it's been 3 months now. I think since we started, 4 months almost. So. Yeah, it seems like it's been yesterday, but it's been we've come a long way from auditions to first rehearsals to table reads, and now we're running it.
Did you ever think you'd play Dracula?
I never thought it.
No.
I knew in this play, this was the only role that I could play because I'm probably not going to pass for an Englishman or a Dutchman or anything like that. So
What is your background?
I'm actually East Indian. I'm Punjabi.
Okay.
So my religion is Sikh, but I'm Punjabi. So I feel really honored. I mean, there's a lot of, and I'd understand it. There's a lot of spots where people might say, you know what, you don't really look the part. But so I feel very blessed to have been given this opportunity. I'm making the most of it, and it's kind of neat.
Awesome. Well, Steve, best of luck being Dracula. Sounds like you're gonna knock everyone dead. Ha ha ha. Oh wait, where's the pun jar? I think I owe it a quarter.
Yeah, there's a guy who's doing a lot of puns. He owes about $1 million right now. So,
Oh, I don't have a
there
quarter
is.
on me. There's the pun jar. All right, well, we are going to end the show. Brad Walker has our last story, and he's over at the Edmonton Comedy Festival, Dracula. Excellent, thanks for that. So now, dun, 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 the undead needs some dead-looking blue veins. One of our vixens, I'm helping with the finishing touches, and you know what? I'm starting to feel a little funny myself. Dracula had that weird effect on me. And once again, the Walterdale Playhouse, October 16th to the 26th. Come check out Bram Stoker's Dracula.